How many times do you have to open your phone and watch ICE shoot innocent people in broad daylight before you're ready to do something? How many times? A 5-year-old boy detained on his way to school, a woman shot, a man was shot in the street, neighbors disappearing, people being kidnapped and thrown into unmarked vans, and somehow the reaction is still the same. It's always the same. People watch it, they blink, they sigh, they scroll, they repost, and they type, "This is heartbreaking." Then they scroll. Okay. Then that's it. That's all you do. America is a nation on fire, and all you do is watch as the flames engulf your democracy, your freedom, your liberty, and you're watching it like it's television, like it's content. Because how many times do you have to sit and watch your leaders blatantly lie to you, feed you propaganda on a star-spangled spoon, and you still act like this is normal? Every single thing your ancestors fought for is slowly succumbing to the flames scorching your nation, and the best you can offer are placards with slogans written on them in colored ink. The USA is not angry enough. Not even close. You are not reacting like people who believe they are watching the erosion of democracy in real time. You are reacting like people watching a documentary about a country that is not yours. Americans are reacting to this the same way the rest of the world reacts to America. That same distant, helpless, doom-scrolling grief. The same exhausted shrug of, "That's horrible," before we move on. Because it's happening somewhere else. Because it's too big. Not ours to fix. But this is not somewhere else. This is not a foreign headline. It's your country, your streets, your institutions, your governments, your leaders, and you are responding with the exact same detached paralysis that the rest of us have been conditioned into when we watch America burn from afar. And the thing that terrifies me the most, I think, is that you have confused witnessing with action. You think because you have seen it, you have done something. Because you are aware, all of a sudden you are absolved. Did you know that ice melts at 0 degrees Celsius or 32 degrees Fahrenheit? This is standard atmospheric pressure. This is normal conditions. Ice melts because the conditions are already right, meaning that you don't necessarily need more heat, you need pressure. You do not need the world to get worse before change can be possible. The conditions for structural change are already here. Proven abuses, public outrage, communities screaming for accountability. To sit and wait for an event is to deny that the threshold has already been reached. People keep acting like, "Oh, well, when it gets bad enough, people will do something." When it gets bad enough? Bad enough for who? Bad enough for you? Because for some people, it has been bad enough for years, but you're waiting for it to touch you personally before you call it urgent. ICE and the system it represents will not change because laws or leaders suddenly decide to grow a conscience. It will change because if enough people apply pressure, collective pressure, legal pressure, political pressure, social pressure, pressure that makes it impossible to continue as usual, pressure that disrupts comfort, pressure that costs something, because that's what pressure is. Pressure, at least long term, will never be a hashtag nor a black square or a slogan. And I need Americans to understand something, okay? History does not announce itself. The world wars were not announced. The Holocaust was not announced. Authoritarianism does not arrive with a trumpet and a little disclaimer that says, "Hey guys, just by the way, democracy is ending now." No, it arrives in increments, in paperwork, in big, beautiful bills, in normalization, in people saying, "Well, that's just how it is." And people saying, "Well, what can we do?" It arrives in the shrug. America is a nation of people who love to talk about freedom. You worship freedom. You brand yourself with it. You wrap it in your flag. You speak about your founding fathers like they invented the flushing toilet. The 4th of July is still a big deal to you, despite the fact that independence was founded on stolen land, where native people were killed and villages reduced to ashes, yet you still celebrate your nation. You're clearly proud of the USA. So where is that energy now? Where is it? Because freedom doesn't mean anything if it's conditional. Liberty doesn't mean anything if it only applies to some. You are not free until everyone else is free. Democracy does not mean anything if you watch state violence unfold and you call it policy. And I'm sorry, but peaceful protests have been aestheticized. It has been turned into something neat, something you can attend on a Saturday afternoon and then go home. And I'm not saying that protest is useless. I'm saying that it is not enough on its own when the machine is armed and unashamed. Placards don't melt ice. Pressure melts ice. And this is where privilege like really comes in, because so many Americans are still, treating this like it's theoretical, like as if it's a debate, like it's politics as usual, business as usual. You still think democracy is something that happens automatically, like gravity, like the weather. You think you have, because you have lived your life with democracy, you like you think it can't be taken from you. You think it can't collapse. You think it cannot be dismantled because you have lived your entire life inside the assumption that it will always be there. The land of the free, the land of democracy. This is what comfort does. Comfort makes you slow. It makes you quiet. Comfort makes you polite in the face of true, unashamed brutality. Project 2025 is already 51% complete. Do you understand how insane that is, that authoritarianism can be measured like a progress bar? 51%. Are you waiting for 60, 70, 100? Are you waiting for its full completion before you finally decide that you're angry? Because by the time it is complete, you will not be protesting. You will be asking how it happened. You will be asking when it started. It's already started. It's happening right now. And this is what I mean when I say America is not angry enough. In my beliefs, anger is clarity, and the refusal to normalize cruelty. It is the realization that you cannot be neutral about it. You cannot be neutral about anything. You do not need more heat. You don't need more tragedy. You don't need more names. The only thing you need is pressure. The threshold has already been reached. The conditions are already right. The only question is whether you will apply pressure now or whether you will watch it harden into permanence, because ice either melts or freezes into the mold that is the world around it, and you're running out of time to choose which. And also, sorry, one final note before I end it here, is that you cannot ask, like, the international community will not help you until you ask for help or until you start to help yourselves. Mind you, before the international community can ask to place sanctions on the US government, whatever, you have to ask for the help first. You have to realize that you're in danger first before the international community does anything for you. Mind you. Sorry, just had to say that.